promise to God after the last relationship that I was in that I would not hold on to things that were not for me, and I would not let little things slide, or if I felt something in my gut that wasn't right, I would just let it go. Girl, he didn't even give me a chance. He didn't even give me a chance to let it go. He said, no, taking that back. Thank you. Oh my God. Okay. I'm just going to chalk it up and say, if I stayed in that relationship and whatever, maybe I would get in a wreck on a motorcycle. That's the only thing I'm going to say. Maybe that's what I'm being protected from, because
what if I never find that person? Like, what if I'm genuinely alone for the rest of my life? I have a son, but I want to be so loved, and I want to experience that with somebody. Like, not a lot of people talk about this. I just want to be so genuinely, deeply loved by someone. They say good things come to people who wait. I'm waiting. Like, I've been waiting. Like, what if this is my life forever? It literally keeps me up at night. What if I will always be alone forever? Honestly, freaking gut-wrenching.
What's good, guys? It's your boy Josten J coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. Alright, women are begging men to stop ghosting and ignoring them in modern dating. We got action. Let's cook.
I had so many people ask me what exactly were my standards, because in my last video I had said that the higher my standards gets, the quieter my phone gets, and it's so true. And then when I was making this video and I was reflecting on like what I was gonna say, I was like, wait a second, I feel like my standards are not that high. These are my standards. Sense of humor. Sense of humor is a must, because I love to laugh. I don't take myself too seriously. I enjoy a good time. I enjoy a good laugh, like the next girl. Financially stable. What I mean by financially stable is like I have no credit card debt. I live a content, humble life. Like I rent an apartment. I'm definitely not materialistic. So just be financially stable. Have your own place. I have my own place. I don't own a house, but I rent and I love my apartment. And be God-fearing man. Number one and foremost is be a man of God, because I'm a Christian girly looking to be equally yoked with a Christian man. I have met different people, but I feel like the one trait that definitely lacks is that them being a man of God. But yeah, those are my standards. And like I said, I don't think they're that high, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Am I reaching for the stars here?
Everything she's asking for is what a lot of men have in their 30s and beyond. So what's the big deal out here? Men aren't looking for her. They're not checking for her like that. And it's funny that they always ask for a man of God. You know that that's not what you're looking for. And out of all the things she's listing, she's leaving out one thing. They always assume attraction. You have to be sexually attracted to him. They want all of these things that most men have that they're not sexually attracted to. The guys that they're sexually attracted to aren't checking for them. Straight like that. There is no confusion here. Then the guys that they're sexually attracted to have the option to dip or hit it and quit it. That's all that's happening. Let's get the next one.
I'm telling you right now, the men are not lonely enough. I'm just swiping on the dating app, just going through it. I find the most gorgeous man. Oh, he's like 6'2", he works out, he's like big jacked, like football player jacked, like offensive lineman jacked, like big muscles. You can see the muscles, but also like there's like a little bit of chub there too. You know what I mean? That kind of, oh, it's so good. I'm scrolling down his page. Check, check, check. He works out, clearly. He has a good job, owns a house. He is into feminism and human rights. We love those things. Pay attention to that, because that's going to come into play here in a minute. What am I looking for? A box or whatever? It said a relationship. It said in there he was looking for a relationship. So I said, absolutely, count me in. Swiped, matched right away. It was great. Right off the bat, he's telling me, he's like, I love that you work out. Like, we're into the same things, yada, yada. And then it went downhill, because 3 messages in, and he's asking to trade pictures. Are you kidding? This is not Tinder circa 2016. You're 32. I'm 30. Like, what are we doing? So I was kind of like joking around, like, I'd like to meet in person before we even talk about doing that. He blocked me. Yeah, didn't even make it 5 messages in with this man. I'm so over the dating thing. I'm so done.
He was right to ghost her, to just move on, unmatch her or whatever, because see, she's talking him up. He has this, he has that, he's this and he's that. Young brother, 32, salute you, brother. Keep doing your thing. He's out here winning. He's asking you for a picture. She's trying to say that it's this type of picture, this naughty picture, whatever. He's asking you for a picture. You don't want to do that. Okay, he moves along. See, they're always giving their stance. I believe he's this. I think that he's this. He's so great. I found this, 6'2", blah, blah, blah. And then he still has to work to get at you. Nah, dudes, they're not going for it. They're not going for it. And they shouldn't. See, men know where they stand in this game. They're just going to move you out the way. And he's actually respecting you. So now you can go find the lesser guy or the guy that you believe is whatever. And he can, move mountains for you. Yeah. Get out of their way. Let them find their forever man. Because you're not about to sit here and be a sucker. See, they complain about getting ghosted and rejected. But the thing is, they're going for guys who understand their worth, that respect themselves. You're not going to have everything in one. I'm going to have a guy who moves the pieces and goes here and goes above and beyond for me. And, he has self-respect sometimes and I can down talk to him sometimes. No, it doesn't work like that. Men are just going to move you out of the way. Or if you don't want to move, they're going to get out of your way. Let's get the next one.
I am so done with dating. My heart cannot physically take it because it's just every person that I meet, every guy that I go on a date with, I feel like I always try and want something more and it never works out. And I really don't know how to date anymore or what to do or if other women are going through this because you think that someone's actually really good and you think it's going so well and you vibe and hit it off and then they completely switch and change their personalities. I just went on I wouldn't even call it a date. He had nothing planned and he asked me beforehand what I wanted to do and I thought we were just going to grab a drink somewhere and then he asked me what my favorite snacks and drinks were. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe we would just watch a movie or something and then go grab a drink. And then we were just sitting outside on a bench. And this guy, I had no idea what was planned. I thought we were going to go out and have a drink or do whatever. And I was not expecting to sit on a park bench for 30 minutes. And I was like, so what did you want to do? I'm totally fine with sitting outside and getting to know somebody, but I didn't know that. I thought we were going to do something else, something a little more fun or interactive. And this guy had nothing planned. And then he's like, well, you can go home. And I was just like, okay. I did not know that was on the plan, that the schedule. I thought we were going to go out, have a good time or hang out. And I was like, okay, do you not want to hang out or go out? And he's just like, no, not tonight. I went out all last weekend. I'm like, why are you guys so fucking weird and rude? Why can you not plan dates? I'm like, why did you even invite me over then? Why did you even invite me over? Why, is it because I didn't want to hook up? I don't know what you guys want anymore. It's disgusting. I don't want to hook up with people. I am sick of the lustful men out there. I just want to actually just really have a good time with somebody and love somebody. And it seems like nobody wants that anymore. And I just want to have a normal fucking date. And I think I've been on just horrible dates. And I'm starting to think that I just have the worst pick in people and men. And because I am an extremely loving person. I am very open. I'm very vulnerable, which is probably a fault for me. I am extremely, extremely vulnerable. I'm emotional at fault. I'm pretty sensitive, but that doesn't mean that I can't love and I'm loyal. I don't, it's just so many people just are not pure anymore. They don't care. They just want to fuck. And that's all they want to fucking do.
How is this man able to meet up with her without any set plans? How is he able to do that? How is he able to just get her to a spot and she doesn't know the rundown? How? Answer that. We know what type of guy this was. We know what type of guy this was. And another thing, they always talk in manipulation and they're always trying to deceive. I would have been cool with just sitting outside, but I didn't know that was the deal. Knock it off, bro. The thing is, you're punching above your weight class time and time again. That's it. These dudes don't want to take you out on dates. No, guys really don't want to go out on dates. And the guys that do enjoy going out on dates that would actually be interested in you, you're not interested in. But the alternative to that is going out or being around guys who make you feel invisible, like you're not good enough. Really? See, this is what I'm always getting at. When I say read the fine print on men that you're sexually attracted to, that you find desirable, right? That you would compete for or whatever. The alternative to that is getting with the guy who actually sees you, values you, cares about you. Nope, don't want that. We want to go with the guys that we have to convince. Then get on camera and complain about it. That makes no sense to me. That makes no sense. So all guys want to do is screw. What if that was true? A fair exchange isn't a robbery. I mean, as long as it's not bad. You get off, you get yours, he gets his. What's the problem here? You're looking for more than that. But at the beginning, are you vetting these men to see if, like, you know what, this guy has he has a good personality, he has good characteristics. You know, I do want to meet up with him. Let's see how the date goes or whatever. No, you're going off of this dude's hot. I have no problem meeting up with him. And the reason why I brought that up in the beginning, how did he get her to just meet up with him? She finds him attractive. She's sexually attracted to him. But she's trying to convert him. Just did a video about this. Attractive men are not giving boyfriend energy and they're getting upset with this. They have a problem with this. This is not how this goes. They're going to keep bumping their head. And I don't care how crazy it sounds. I know women should be attracted to attractive men, but all I'm saying is the alternative is getting with a man who genuinely cares about you. Maybe the attraction has to grow. And don't you say that the attraction can grow? What, are you lying?
I was recently ghosted and I just had to come on here and vent / tell my side of the story, and y'all tell me what y'all think. So everything was going fine, y'all, in my brain at least. We've been dating a little over a month, right? And he's been a complete gentleman. We go out to eat or we go do things, and he pays, he opens the doors. He's even came and picked me up. I live a good 30 minutes from him, and he'll drive all the way down to me, all the way back to his side, because that's usually where we go out, because that's like the fancier side. And yeah, it's never been an issue. We haven't had an argument, nothing. I've been very nice. He even like went on a trip. I offered to take him to the airport and he accepted. He parked his car in my garage, and my garage has a daily fee. I swiped my key card so he didn't have to pay at the end of his stay. The only like red flaggish that I kind of saw was I noticed maybe like after the first 2-3 weeks, he wasn't initiating the calls or the texts. I was, but we weren't like talking every day. But when we talked, I initiated it. But once we got on the line, my hands are so ashy. It was a good conversation. It wasn't like he rushed me off the phone. He didn't want to be there. Like we was on the line for a good amount of time. Same with texting. So I brought it up one day in conversation, like joking, and was like, oh, you must not really like me because you don't call me like that. And he just like kind of blames it on his schedule, which I know he is pretty busy with his job and being on call and stuff like that. But I was just like, it takes 2 seconds to send a good morning text, or when you go on your lunch break, you can give me a call. And I mean, I thought he received it, but nothing changed. But that was only like a week ago. And then I turned around and go on a trip myself. So he takes me to the airport for my trip, comes over, picks me up, far drive. Then we go back to the airport, far drive, opens doors, closed doors, puts luggage in the car, takes stickers off the luggage, take the old tag, all that stuff. Very much gentleman. So when I get to the airport and my flight is delayed for a long ass time, I'm talking about like 6-7 hours, I call him, I text him, he don't answer. Mind you, he does go to bed early because he gets up pretty early. So I'm like, fuck it, I gotta stay at the airport. But the next day, he never even like followed up with my message like, oh, my bad, I was asleep, or I missed your call, or did you make it safe? None of that. So I text him like, dang, like, no, did you make it safe? How's your mom? Something like that, because I went out of town for Mother's Day. No response to that message. I'm like, what the fuck? My whole trip goes by. Mind you, he's supposed to pick me up from the airport. The day before I leave, he texts me like, oh, what time you get back? I'm like, 7 a.m. He's like, oh, I can't come get you. I gotta go to work. I'm really stuck in traffic. Da, 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 da. I said, okay, that's fine. You want to just get my Uber then? He sends me like the GIF. So I said, what's the problem? You can't afford it?
This guy clocked that she wasn't worth his time anymore, bro. Just straight up. And when she's like, oh, I drove him to the airport and blah, 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 this stuff in the beginning, it's very important that you give women instructions. You ask women things. You ask of them. When they cooperate with that, that shows that they're on your program. When they do things on their own, sometimes it's to lead you or to sway you in a certain direction. You understand? It's funny how as soon as he didn't want to pick her up from the airport or whatever, she's like, are you broke? You can't afford it? Oh, really now? The moment that he can't do something, the moment that the text stopped and they slowed down, even though she knows that he's busy on his job, on his hustle, there's a problem here. She just can't play her position. You understand? She was doing things because she thought under the circumstances of he's going to keep doing this. Nah, that's not a woman that's really feeling you. A woman that's really feeling you will fall back because she already understands how serious you take your job. That's it. He was wasting his time. And it's funny in there, she's like, I was being nice. And what is that, not regular for you to just be nice and be cooperative? That not regular for you? See what I mean? If you pay attention, you can hear it. You can see it as well as hear it. Bro was like, you know what? I'm going to just get up out the way. And she's like, when she asked for the Uber, he's like, what? He said to her, what? Why am I doing that? Because you were driving her. You drove her before. You took the luggage out. You made sure she got there. You had an extra long drive. Now she's thinking that this is going to continue. Remember, under the circumstances that you continue to do XYZ, when women really like you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do or what you don't do.
I've had Hinge for so many years now that I'm starting to feel embarrassed by the fact that I'm still there, because when I get on the app and I'm like, swiping, trying to find me a man, I look and I'm like, oh, it's this guy. Let's say let's call this guy Bob. Oh, it's Bob. Bob is still here. And then I'm thinking, Bob knows I'm still here. Like, we're both still on this fucking app, an app that was created to be deleted. And we have not deleted it yet because we're still fucking single. I got a message the other day from this guy that's like, oh, I haven't checked this app in a year. I liked his profile a year ago and he hasn't checked it. He just he matched with me recently and I literally unmatched him. I was like, I can't. I don't need the reminder that I've been single so fucking long, that you probably had a whole relationship and then you came back and saw that I was still on the app. Yeah. It's like being, it's like last call. That's what it feels like. It's like 5 a.m. and I'm still waiting to find someone to go home with. It's embarrassing.
Getting passed around so long, getting passed on so long that she doesn't understand. It's embarrassing at this point. Yes, it's embarrassing. And we play by 2 different sets of rules. Hey, Bob. Let's call him Bob. You guys aren't the same. If you see a dude on there, he's cleaning up. If you see her on there, she's getting thrown back into the water. That's it. Now, when she's saying that the guy, he's like, oh, I haven't been on here in a year, he's lying. And how do I know? Dude, I do this for sport. He's lying. Trying to get at you and run through his old flow because now the new flow is drying up, or he's waiting on matches to come through. So he's going and he's doing the rounds of the people that maybe he missed or he just passed up. That's it. But she's getting ignored out here. Can't find a guy. The funniest thing about this is Hinge has a new ad that's popping up, right? I seen a commercial for it. The couples that are on this ad, you could tell they just got on with each other. They're really aiming for personality more. These women get on here and they're trying to be picky with top shelf men. This ain't even a height thing. Men who are conventionally attractive, who know how to make a woman laugh, make everything easy, right? They're getting matches, they're getting on, they're making things happen. Remember, why are we talking about the guys who aren't attractive to women? Because they don't see them anyway. Talking about the top shelf guys, the top guys. You're trying to be picky and hold out for one of these guys. No, you need to go for personality at this point. Because like you said, it's embarrassing, right? And the ad shows that people are getting on. Might not look like models. Guys might not be jacked, but it is what it is. Women are getting on. Let's get the next one.
Y'all, listen, how is it that I'm feeling a type of way right now? Because I feel like I've been ghosted, but I feel like I've been ghosted by someone that I gave a second chance to. I feel like I've been ghosted by someone that I literally had a conversation with just 2 days ago about things that I needed. And he was like, I got you. And then the next day, meaning yesterday, he followed through. Now today, haven't even heard from this person to the point where I'm like, I'm good. I am actually going to delete you from social media and we're good. But the point is, I'm like, I feel a type of way because I feel like I've been ghosted. I feel like I gave you a second chance and I probably shouldn't have even done that. And the fact that I did, now you basically take advantage of that and then ghost me. I'm like, men are so annoying sometimes. Like, why can't I just find a good man? A man that is consistent, a man that is invested, intentional. Like, where are you guys at? Because these other boys, I'm calling them boys, even if they're grown ass men, I'm calling them boys, are not coming correct. And I don't want to be alone for the rest of my life, but like for real, I just can't.
There goes this I'm giving men a chance thing that they have going on. You're not giving anyone a chance. And that's probably why you got ghosted. It's probably why you got ghosted. I'm giving him a chance. Whenever they talk, when they say certain things, you know there's certain energy that comes along with it. You're giving a man a chance at what? If we go by societal standards and what you're actually looking for in a guy, I'd argue that he's giving you a chance. I got ghosted and I gave him a second chance. Knock it off. You don't want to be alone. You want to have somebody. Stop looking at guys like Mr. Potato Heads and like, oh, I'm giving this guy a chance and this guy's not my speed and this guy's whack and this guy. If you stripped everything down, right, and you took the looks away from it, everything that you're asking for, most men can do, right? You want a man to build. You want a man to create. You want a man to get resources. You want a man to provide. You want a man to protect and all of this stuff, right? Most men can. So wouldn't they be giving you the opportunity to reap the benefits of that? Bro, they're never going to knock it off out here. And I don't feel sorry for them. When she's like, oh, where's the good men? They're behind you. You passed them up years ago. And the more you keep doing this song and dance, the further away you're pushing men. That's it. But they don't realize that, though. I'm giving men a chance. I'm pretty sure I speak for a lot of men when they're saying, yo, I don't even want the chance. I don't want the shot. I don't want that. I want a woman who sees me how I see myself. And hopefully she has confidence within herself that she can meet me in the middle here and we can make something happen. If it's not that, then you could take it along. Tell your story walking. Men aren't going for this, oh, well, you have to do this and you have to do that and I'm giving you a chance. No, men are past that, man. At least the men that have confidence within themselves. Men that see themselves as a man with value, a stand-up guy. They're not going for that. And women are late to the party. It's like women are arriving to a party that nobody's at. Maybe 2 people are at. There's a little bit of popcorn left, backwash and cups. Maybe 1 beer in a pack, maybe 1 beer. And they're like, wait a minute, where's everybody at? You done came late. Party started hours ago. Good men are behind you now, bro. They don't get it. Men eventually wake up. And by the time they wake up, things are looking better for them. By the time you wake up, things aren't looking so good. So who's really giving who a chance? So this was women are begging men to stop ghosting and ignoring them in modern dating. Hope you guys got a lot out of it. It's your boy, Josten J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Dating is so hard to begin with because you go on the bad dates, but it's so hard to even get on the date so that it can be bad. This week I was just like totally ghosted by 2 different people, which is kind of crazy, the odds of that. Actually, probably not really. I matched with someone on like Saturday and I was like, okay, I'm really busy this week, but I can do Saturday or Sunday. So like as in yesterday or today, because today's Sunday. And he was like, okay, great, let's do Saturday. And I didn't hear anything from him, and I was like, that's fine. And then it was Friday. I was like, okay, well, do I have plans Saturday or not? I texted him Friday. I was like, hey, like, are we still good on for Saturday? And he was like, oh, I can't. Let's do Sunday. Like, I'll find a place. And now today's Sunday. Hasn't texted me back, hasn't said anything. I'm going to assume it's a no, and, like, I have plans tonight anyways, so not waiting around for that. And the other one, I put on my profile, I was like, oh, someone teach me to golf because I have this, like, company golf event. And he was like, oh yeah, let's golf. Like, oh, my Wednesday opened up. I can do Wednesday nights. And he was like, great, give me your number. So I give him my number and he was like, hey, like, excited to go. And I was like, okay. And then Wednesday I texted him. I was like, hey, are we still good for tonight? Because we never set a time or anything. I was assuming it was Diversity driving range. And he just never responded. And I was like, okay, well, I guess not. So I blocked that number too. But it's like, if you don't want to go, just say you don't want to go. That's totally fine. I'm not offended because I've totally done that to other people. But don't just leave you hanging. Don't ghost. I think ghosting's the rudest. At least just give an excuse or be like, hey, I actually don't see this working out. That's fine. So yeah, I'm 0 for 2 this week.